The way that everything happened for me with how I broke out onto the scene, it was very much like Cinderella. I was kind of a waitress on June 29th, and then on June 30th I was flying to New York City and signing a record deal. So everything about it was like a fantasy, and it took me a really long time to believe what I had gone through, and I had photos and dresses and memories, but they didn't connect in my head. And so there's been moments where I just still can't believe that this is my life and that I get to do this stuff. I do not feel emotionally exposed too often, because I know that I write, really personal things, but I feel like I couldn't do anything other than that. I feel as though I'm always going to my experiences. I'm always pulling from my experiences to write. It's always when I write the best songs is when it's about something specific that I've gone through. And by the time that I perform them, I'm kind of healed in a way, because it's more vulnerable when I'm in the studio or when I'm writing it, and then when I perform it, it's a whole different ball game. So I haven't yet felt too overexposed, and I'm just gonna stick with it. It's just what I do. What's really interesting about me starting album 2 was everyone kept asking me about this pressure and the sophomore album and all this stuff. And for me personally, because I'm just like this little scared, vulnerable person, I did not know how to write a second record if I was thinking about that. So I remember there was this moment where I had to just completely put that thought aside. And I wrote for about 5 months, and then I picked all the songs, and then I recorded for about 5 months. So I took my time making this album on purpose, so that right now that it's finished and I'm gonna put it out, I'm so madly in love with all the songs. I don't know if that's a little bit scarier, because now I'm like, it's really I'm so emotionally connected to every sound on this record. I was a part of making every tone, every lyric, every melody. Everything came from me in a way that I'm so proud of it, but at the same time, I have no idea what the world's gonna think. But at the time of creating it, there was no way. I pretended that absolutely no one would be listening to this when I wrote it, and they're the songs that worked. All the songs that felt like, kind of formulated or on purpose are the songs that didn't make the album. So the theme for album 2 is actually pretty clear. I had this experience where I came home from the road, and I had been out for 27 months, and I came home and I felt like I had landed on the moon, or I'd come home from the moon. So I was laying on my floor for 3 days and just crying, which to me is like an 11 of emotions, so that I knew that something was going to come out of that. And so I sat at my piano and I wrote this song called Trust. Trust is the first song on the album, and what it does is it sets up this theme between trusting your head or trusting your heart. So the album is called Head or Heart, and all the songs are either heart songs or head songs. It's subtly thematic, but each song is really about trusting one or the other, because they're all my personal love stories and heart stories that I've gone through the past couple years. And every time I thought I was trusting my head, it wouldn't work out. Then I think I'm trusting my heart, and it won't work out. And so I kind of ended with like, well, maybe I just don't trust myself at all. And so there's this kind of question throughout the whole album where you can decide at the end, which one do you trust? I mean, I don't think anyone figures it out, and the goal is to really trust both. So it leaves it kind of open-ended, because I'm still, presently living my life, and I haven't figured it out yet.